Hello everybody, we're going to do 4.2, part 2 of ratios and variations of SAT Math Level 1 test prep. And if you need any of these materials here, solution PowerPoints, quizzes, online tutoring, tests, or note-taking worksheets, email me here and I'll get back to you. Lesson 4.2, Ratio and Variation, Part 2. We got 24 points here of notes and 68 points of a skill sheet, which would be available if you email me. I'll get that out to you. Inverse variation, if two quantities change in opposite directions, so their product always remains the same, then one quantity is said to vary inversely with the other. So if xy equals k, this would be an inverse variation here. K is a constant at y equals 21 when x equals 6. What is the value of y when x equals 9? So here are ordered pairs that will fit into this formula up here. 6 times 21 equals k, and 9 times y equals k. So here's our 9y here, and then our k is up here. 6 times 21. Then we divide through by 9, and then we get y equals 14. The value of y is 4. 4 workers can build a house in 9 days. How many days would it take 3 workers to build the same house? And as the number of people working on the house decreases, the number of days needed to build the house increases. This is an inverse variation. The number of workers times the number of days needed to build the house. If D represents the number of days that 3 workers take to build a house, then 3 times D equals 4 times 9. 3D equals 36. D equals 12 days to build the house. That'd be an inverse situation there. Dividing the segment into 2 segments with a given ratio. Here is our ratio here that we're finding to find point P here, R over S. So here we are. This is our diagram again here. To determine the coordinates of point P that divides the line segment into 2 shorter segments such that the ratio of A to P and P to B is R. This would be R here. So R divided by S, say R to S, would be AP divided by PB. AP divided by PB. Calculate the difference in the x coordinates and the difference in the y coordinates from A to B. Multiply both the run and rise between the 2 given points by R over R plus S. Then add the results of the corresponding coordinate A. So here it is again. Here's our ratio here, R over S. The x coordinate of P would be run times R over R plus S. And then the y coordinate of P would be rise times R over R plus S. So that would find lengths there of our line segments. What are the coordinates of P in the xy plane that divides the line segment whose endpoints are -1, 4, -1, 4, and 4 and -6, which should be down here somewhere. You have a line like that into 2 segments such that the ratio of AP to PB is 2 to 3. So here are our possibilities here. So we have between points A and B, the run is this. We have a run of 5 and a rise would be -10. would then multiply run and rise by 2 over 2 plus 3 equals 2 over 5, and then add the so the corresponding points of A, and then again these are our possibilities down here. Here would be our how we're going to multiply through by after we do our division in the previous slide. Then point P would be -1 plus 2, and then 4 minus 4. This would be the first point here, equals 0.10. The correct choice would be A here for that. Math reference facts. Probability that an event will happen can be represented by a number from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. If an event is certain to happen, its probability is 1. If an event is an impossibility, its probability would be 0. Probability not E equals 1 minus PE. If the probability that it will rain is 20%, or 0.2, then the probability it will not rain will be 1 minus 0.2, which equals 2. So simple probability, define the probability that the same event E will happen, write the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes to the total number of different outcomes that are possible. So we have probability of E would equal number of ways that E can happen, divided by total number of possible outcomes. The shorthand notation probability E is used to represent the probability that event E will happen if 3 yellow marbles and 2 red marbles are placed in a hat and a marble is picked from the hat. Without looking, then probability of yellow would equal 3 over 3 plus 2, which is 3 over 5. So if you want to order this PowerPoint or video, or just watch it again on YouTube, or if you need tests, worksheets, online tutoring, email me here and I'll get you taken care of. Thank you.